Hey everyone, this is Dustin Maher, and this is nice and early on a Sunday morning. I probably look awful, I just woke up, but I need to get this out to you guys ASAP because some of you guys are going to be doing the 21-day challenge with boot camps you just joined, and many of you are part of the Fit Moms for Life Club, as well as just regular boot campers that have been coming for many months. And so what I did was put together a 21-day nutrition plan. Now you should have it in the email. Print it off before you watch this video, so if you haven't printed off yet, please do so. And I wanted to just make a short little video to kind of explain things and hopefully answer a few of your questions. So I'm going to be using my cheat notes as well. But in the beginning, I kind of write a bunch of paragraphs rambling on. But basically here what I'm trying to say is that my challenge is to give you a program that you can do, that you can maintain and sustain, and not just a short-term quick fix, but also the challenge of trying to give you that quick weight loss as well, which is what you're looking for. So I try to do both, and I'll explain how I did that as I go along. Now some of you guys are going to not like this plan at all because I don't give you specifics, meaning I don't say this is how much you should eat of this kind of yogurt. Okay, I make it a little bit more general, but what this is this is how I write programs out for fitness competitors and stuff like that. And you know how the saying goes where you can give a person some fish and they can feed them for a day, but in order to get them to be fed for life, teach them how to fish. That's a very poor quote of that. But basically what I'm doing is trying to show you what I believe most people can benefit the most from when it comes to the breakdown of protein, carbs, and fats. Really, when you're looking at any food item, that's what I think in my head when I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to eat, is how do I combine those proteins, fats, and carbs in a certain way. And it really does play a huge role on when you eat different things. So that's what I've got. I've given you a list on page 4 of all the different foods that I think are great and I would allow you to eat. Of course, you can go past that and eat some other stuff too, but I gave what I feel are the best ones. So let's start with week 1, first of all. And here are some general rules. And again, it depends on your size. These calories, I believe it's around 1,400 calories is what I've got you at here. So the daily totals are about 126 grams of carbs, 60 of those coming from starches, which I'll explain that. And then proteins, 130 grams, and then fat is 40 grams. So basically, you're only going to be eating about 2 servings of fruit per day, either in the morning or your pre or post workout. And I'll talk about how you have to change things up depending on when you work out. You're going to eat your starches, so like that's your oatmeals, your grains, those high carb foods, in the morning in meals 1, 2, and 3. So we're trying to get all your carbs in the morning. And this week 1 is a great place to try to live your life. Now week 2 and week 3 is a little bit more challenging, especially week 3 to maintain. That would be a short-term, I would say, weight loss solution. And then we're going to be eating about 5 times a day. You always want to try to eat a protein with a fruit or vegetable. And you're going to aim for about 1 gallon of water each day. And then we're going to try to eat fresh or frozen fruits and veggies and not canned. And then I would highly recommend you guys trying to spend the extra few dollars and getting grass-fed beef, free-range chicken, and those eggs. So week 1, you're getting 3 starches still, so it's pretty good with the carbs. It's not a high-carb diet by any means, but this is not very low. And again, these numbers, you can change them up a little bit, but they're just pretty good guidelines. So meal 1's your breakfast. This is going to be a relatively large meal. You get 10 grams of fat, 20 grams of starch, like in an oatmeal or some sort of cereal, and then 12 grams of fruit or veggies. So, 12 grams of carbs of broccoli is quite a few servings of broccoli. So you'll get a lot of fruits or veggies in there. And then 26 grams of protein. Okay, then meal 2, 20 grams of starch, 12 grams of fruit. And again, my girlfriend, she did this once. She weighed out 12 grams of, I forget what it was. It was like spinach or something like that, and thought that's what she was supposed to eat. Well, 12 grams of spinach does not mean 12 grams of carbs of spinach. You've got to read the label and figure that out. Okay, and then it goes down the list. And you notice we start to really cut out the starches after meal 3. All right, so then week 2, we're now going to do a carb rotation, which research shows to be very effective at making sure that your body is always guessing. It's not doing one thing. So you do a 3-to-1 starch rotation. So on Monday, you'll do 3 carbs, just like we did on week 1. Tuesday, you're going to do just 2 carbs, meal 1 and meal 2. And then the third day, you're just going to have 1 carb, and that's going to be, when I say 1 carb, 1 serving, which for us is 20 grams. And that'll just be meal 1. So you'll have to change that up as the days go on, and then on the 4th day, you start back up with 3. Now, your veggies, you're going to have to eat more veggies because, and when I say veggies, I'm not talking about potatoes. I've got a list of them. But again, like the broccoli, the ones that are lower carbs, but they still have maybe 5 grams of carbs per serving, you're going to have to eat a lot of servings of that to increase your total carbs to get them up to where you want to, because you're going to be eating less carbs worth of potatoes. All right, so week 2, it's pretty much the same thing when it comes to the meals. Like I said, besides cutting the carbs down, you may increase the fat just a little bit if you need to, or the protein, to make yourself feel fuller if you're not getting all those carbs. Okay, then week 3 gets pretty challenging. This is what I do for like the 2 to 4 weeks leading up to one of my fitness shows. And now, let's see here. So we're going to be doing a 2-1-0. So on the first day of the week, you're doing 2 starches, meal 1, meal 2. Next day, you're doing 1, and then the third day, which is really tough, is 0. So you're going as low carbs as you can for that one day. So it's going to be all fat, protein, and some a lot of veggies actually. And then fruit, you're going to be having about only one per day. You're going to cut the fruit down very low and only have low glycemic. Something like berries would be good. And then on your 0 carb days, you cut out fruit altogether. So I've given you a list of different proteins, the different starches. Now those are going to be the ones you're going to eat in the morning or midday, or that third meal if it's a 3-day rotation. Good fats, you're going to be eating a lot of fats in this diet, and fats fill you up. Fats help you burn fat, so please don't think that eating all this fat is going to gain weight. And then high fiber fruits and veggies. So many of these are going to be very low carb. They're going to have, just a lot of fiber and a lot of nutrients without very many calories, and you're going to have to eat a lot of them, especially some of these vegetables to